If you have an accident, the insurance company pays for it. And if you're not able to drive home, not able because you were up late partying, you wait another day. You wait another 6 hours before you go home, and you drive your own car home. You know, you have to be grown-up if you're going to drive a brand-new car. If you're going to drive any car, you have to be a grown-up, and you have to take steps to ensure that if you have an accident, fortunately, no one was seriously injured in this accident. But I'm going to tell you something. If somebody was seriously injured in the accident, the driver ahead of you, you and your father would lose your house because you're driving an uninsured car. So not only don't you have collision, you don't have liability. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, now you understand it. You get it. Case is dismissed. That's all.
Michelle Garcia claims ex-fiancé Nicholas Byman owes for breaking an apartment lease and for an assault. Nicholas claims Michelle attacked him first.
Ms. Garcia, this is your boyfriend, or used to be your boyfriend, according to your complaint. He assaulted you, causing you to have medical bills. He made it so because of the stress that he created by his actions that you couldn't work, thereby causing you to lose your apartment and the lease. He owes you for the assault, for pain and suffering, for your medical bills, etc., etc., etc. Mr. Byman says that you were a nag, you bugged him over his drug use and his lack of employment, that you pushed him and things sort of got out of control.
Correct.
How long were you, Mr. Byman, together?
We started dating on February 17th of '05. And soon got engaged after that.
Are you engaged now?
No.
To anyone?
No.
So this baby is his?
Yes.
When did you move in together?
We moved to San Diego in April, and we were in a hotel room trying to find an apartment for 3 months, and then finally got an apartment on June 6th of '05, and we were there up until the end of October when we both were evicted.
But he wasn't living there when you were actually evicted from the apartment?
He was in jail.
And when was he incarcerated?
He was incarcerated 3 different times for
the last time?
The last time was October 12th.
The arrest was for an assault on you. Those charges were somehow disposed of, but he had prior arrest warrants, so he was held.
Technically, it was October 8th, and I had a court case in Sacramento on October 10th. After I couldn't make my court appearance because I was in custody in San Diego, Sacramento put a hold on me. I spent 10 days down in San Diego, and then finally they transported me up to Sacramento to take care of my case up there.
What kind of case did you have there?
I think it was 475 of the Penal Code.
Don't play with me.
It was intent to defraud, ma'am.
Intent to defraud who?
A bank.
Were you sentenced yet?
Yes.
To what?
90 days of work project and 4 years of probation.
Is that the only outstanding case you had?
When I was arrested one of the 3 times, they tested me for drugs and I came up positive.
How long have you had a drug problem, Mr. Byman?
Off and on for years.
How many years? 10?
Started smoking weed at 13 years old, so probably since then.
How old are you now?
26.
13. But you graduated from marijuana to?
Methamphetamine.
Did Miss Garcia, was she aware that you had a drug problem?
Yes.
Did she have a drug problem?
No.
That was poor judgment on your part.
Thought I could help him and save him. Move him to San Diego and get him away from the drugs and the crime.
Well, that's fine. You can try to save him. You don't have to have a baby in the bargain.
Yeah.
Now, according to what I read, Mr. Byman, in the complaint and in your answer, a lot of the fighting that occurred while you were together was because of your drug use and lack of employment. Is that right?
That was part of it, but just money was also a big issue.
Lack of employment.
Yeah.
And then you said something interesting in here. You said, well, at some point you went into a drug rehabilitation program.
Yes.
But you and I both know, Mr. Byman, that when you have a 13-year drug habit, a 10-day rehab program doesn't cut it. Like putting a Band-Aid on an open heart surgery. It doesn't work. Have you since gone into a long-term residential program?
Actually, I'm looking right now.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
So you want to tell me what happened in October?
In October, we had many nights where I stayed up trying to help him through his problems, and that night I had come down on him saying that what is something bad gotta have to happen to you to get you to do the things that you need to do, and I can't marry you until you get a job. I'm on disability.
What's the nature of your disability?
I have lupus, and I've had 2 major back surgeries. I've had actually 7 surgeries in the last 5 years, and so therefore my benefits would be taken away if I married him, and that was one of the major fights. That night he got very forceful with me, and
look at me.
I slipped out of his arms and got out and left. I left a message on the phone. I said, are you going to stay? I need to know. He never called. I decided that I would just come back in the morning. When I got there with my girlfriend, he was still there. He had slipped out the door. We passed each other and didn't say a word to each other. Basically, we were wanting to find out if he was using still at that point, and it was pretty obvious to me. I stayed there for about 4 hours, got some things ready, then took my girlfriend home. I was gone for about 2 hours, came back, and at that
What'd you
time,
come back for?
I had nowhere else to go. I was pregnant and exhausted, and
Why didn't you stay with your girlfriend?
why didn't I stay with her? Didn't even ask. It was the apartment. I thought he was gone. He left when
What
we were
makes
passing.
you think that he was gone? Just because he walked out then? He didn't
Because
walk out with
he
his...
was leaving. He had his stuff packed, and he was leaving.
He had stuff packed with him when he left?
Yes,
When you-
he said he was leaving.
The only thing I had with me, Your Honor, was a laptop.
He had a backpack, suitcase.
All your clothes there?
Yes, clothes.
Okay.
All my.
So you went back, Miss Garcia?
Yes, I went back. My dog.
You went back?
I went back to my
You went
apartment.
back. Don't make excuses. Who is this?
This is my mother.
Don't make excuses to your mother. You went back.
Yeah, of course
Right.
I went back. My girlfriend did not have a place to stay for me to stay
Go to
either.
your mother's house.
My mother lives 600 miles away.
I don't care. Get on a plane. If you're afraid
Okay.
of somebody, that's what you do. You don't go back to the apartment,
Okay.
knowing that all of his clothes
I
and stuff
wasn't
is
that
still
afraid
there.
of him at the time.
Okay, so you went back.
So I went back.
Okay.
And he showed up. He was actually in the apartment hiding behind the bedroom wall and jumped out at me. And that's when he held me down, saying something to me, just listen, and was holding me down. He would pick me up and throw me on the couch, and then I would slip out of his hold, and then he would catch me and do it again, and then catch me and do it again. And that went on for about 45 minutes. I remember screaming through the window, help, help, at the top of my lungs, that I didn't have a voice afterwards. I finally, don't know how, but after he hit me in the stomach, I don't know if it was with his fist or with something, but I couldn't breathe.
Did you hit her?
No, I didn't, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
I was able to run through the hallway. I had my keys hanging up in the hallway there on this caddy, and grabbed them and ran out the door. He followed me outside, down the stairs, and proceeded to want to hold me down. And then I think he realized that we were outside, and I was crawling to the car to get into the car to lock myself in the car. And my neighbor saw me, called the police, ambulance came. I was in sinus tac. Went into trauma for about 6 hours. They kept me over the night, watched the baby, make sure the baby was okay. It was about 5 months pregnant. So, which the baby's fine, thank goodness. But we have not been together since.
Go ahead.
I've tried to get him to help pay these bills off. I've been paying them little by little what I
Which
can.
bills?
The apartment, I haven't started paying the apartment bill yet, which is the eviction and the attorney's fees and what we had owed on the last 2 months, or what he had owed on the last 2 months, actually. He never paid rent, not once. That and the Time Warner Cable, SD Genie, cell phone bills, you name it. I'm paying all of it. We still owe about $11,000 right now, and I'm currently just paying $25, $5 when I can.
Well, show me. Show me that you're paying them.
Let's see. Here's a bill for, I mean, there's just 1,000 of them. The bill for the TV, the bill for...
I don't want you to show me the bills. I want you to show me that you paid them.
Yeah, it's got receipts attached to them.
Great. Can I see it, please?
These are the receipts. Let's see here. Then I've got my ambulance bill. I don't have the hospital bill yet.
You have the medical bill there?
I have the ambulance bill. I don't have the hospital bill.
No. What I want you to
have
answer,
SCG.
Ms. Garcia, if you are on disability, which means you also have medical coverage based upon your disability, I want to see what the disability covered. You have Medicaid?
They haven't covered this. I just got this in the mail. And it's Medi-Cal, yes.
Medi-Cal. Well, then that has to be submitted to them.
Yes, it does. I think
Well-
he should have to pay it, though. Why should the state have to pay something that he caused?
You want a check written to the state, written to the
Sure.
ambulance? Well, that means that he's going to give you less money once this baby is born. Wouldn't that be stupid?
Yeah, like he's going to give me any money.
Wouldn't that be stupid?
Would.
All
Yes.
right. Let's not play around with each other.
The bill
If
that
you-
I'm here for, the $5,000 bill, I have not started paying on this because I don't have the money. That's why we're here. I'm suing him for this
bill?
money.
What bill?
This is our apartment eviction bill. We got evicted. There's attorney's fees. It ends up being $5,493. He assumes that I'm going to pay this. I'm not.
Oh, you're not. You're not. You're just going to pay half.
I've paid half since we moved into that apartment.
No. That's your choice, Ms. Garcia, my dear. That's your choice. If you chose to stay in that apartment and you chose to move in with him, knowing that he had a drug problem, you were trying to save him, your saving him didn't work out, I'm not interested in the fact that you assumed the responsibility of paying the rent, despite the fact that you had an agreement that you were each going to contribute half. Just as if it didn't work out between the two of you and you had to stop working or doing whatever you do because you were pregnant, I wouldn't permit him to come to court and say, well, didn't work out. I paid all the rent. We had an agreement that she would pay half the rent. She stopped working. So I chose to continue to pay the rent. You even went back there in October hoping that it would all work out after you left the apartment and came back with your friend. Now, I'd like you to tell me your version of what happened on the 8th of October.
Actually, it started on the 7th. We got in an argument about the money that we owed when we went to court for the eviction. They gave us 2 weeks when we went to arbitration.
Hold on a second. You mean you were still together at the time then you were being evicted?
Yes.
Is that right?
We had gone to court during the first month that they approached us and put a note on our door.
Miss Garcia, you understand what I'm saying to you. Living in the apartment, the landlord moved to evict you for non-payment of rent?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Now it becomes clear. Go ahead.
Well, we got in an argument over what we were going to do. I was trying to come up with the money some way, somehow. Couldn't.
Look at me. Don't look at the desk.
Sorry. Well,
You're still looking at the desk.
force of habit. I
Don't.
apologize. Anyway, we argued about the money, how we were going to come up with it. Things got loud, and she ended up just taking off for the night, at which this point I stayed the night, and she came back, like she said, with her friend, which then I grabbed just my laptop and like a jacket and stuff and just took off for the day. Came back around 5 in the evening, which point she started screaming and yelling, like, what are you doing here, you sick? I told her I was just trying to get my couple things and go, and that's when everything started escalating, and she slapped me in the face and then scratched the other side of my face, started throwing objects at me, at which point then I did restrain her from hitting me with anything else, and at that point she started screaming, help me, and that went on for a little while longer. Then she ran downstairs like she said, and I got arrested.
You understand that you are responsible for half of what the landlord is owed. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, that's $2,718.
Well,
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the new vlog. तो कैसे आप सब ठीक ठाक है यार, आ चुके हैं हम एक और न्यू ब्लॉग के साथ। पूछा मैंने कुछ तो आई होप कि आप सब ने मुझे मिस किया होगा।
चुप कर बे कुत्ते।
ठीक है, लेकिन मैं वापस आ चुका हूँ भाई। पहले तो हमारा टाइम नहीं लगता था जॉब से, लेकिन अब हमने जॉब जो है वो छोड़ दिया भाई, ठीक हो गया। अब हम डेली ब्लॉगिंग करेंगे, रेगुलर लगातार डेली ब्लॉगिंग अब लाजमी किया करेंगे इंशाल्लाह। तो आज हमारे सारे बहुत सारे काम हैं, बाकी आधे तो कंप्लीट कर लिए, लेकिन हम शहर गए होते सुबह से, वो वहां पे तो मैंने ब्लॉग वगैरह नहीं बनाया था, लेकिन अभी आके घर मैंने आके ब्लॉग शुरू किया है। तो बाकी अभी शीट्स वगैरह लगनी है, और मतलब गाइस हम एक्चुअली अपना एक ऑफिस बना रहे हैं, ठीक है। तो वहां पे हम ऑनलाइन काम वगैरह किया करेंगे, जितने भी उसके काम है वो सारे हम किया करें लैपटॉप पे। मतलब उसके लिए हमें, आपको पता है, फिर लैपटॉप रखने के लिए उसकी एक शेल्फ होती है, वो लगानी है, ठीक हो गया। तो वो आज लगवाएंगे शेल्फ वगैरह, अभी भाई आ रहे हैं, ठीक है। शेल्फ जिन्होंने लगानी है, चीजें वगैरह हम शीट्स वगैरह उसकी ले आए थे काफी दिन पहले, जाके उसको कटवा लिया था हमने हिस्सों में। तो वो अभी भाई आ रहे हैं, वहां पे निशान वगैरह हमने दीवार के साथ लगा दिए हैं। तो वो अब जैसे आते हैं, ठीक है, तो शीट्स वगैरह लग जाएंगी, फिर मैं आप लोगों को दिखाता हूँ कि शीट्स फाइनल कैसी लग रही हैं। ओके हो गया।
A few moments later.
तो गाइस यार ये सारा चल रहा है, अब ये सारे लगेंगे दीवार में, और जो शीट्स हैं इसके ऊपर आ जाएंगी। 32 से लग गया निशान, ठीक हो गया, डन हो गया, ठीक है। शीट्स में आप लोगों को दिखाता हूँ। शीट्स हमने इधर रखी हुई हैं इस वाले रूम में, ये शीट्स है सारी कट करके रख दी हुई हैं हमने, ठीक है। अब ये अपने साइज के हिसाब से जहाँ पे लगनी है वो लगेंगी। स्टैंड्स आ गए, स्टैंड 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 बाकी लगने लगी हैं सारी चीजें, फिर दिखाते हैं आपको जब फाइनल होता है।
A few moments later.
हाँ जी, ये चला दिया मैंने, दाखा हो गया, होने लगा जी। चलें अब बिजू दा
Two 2,000 years later.
जी गाइस, तो लग चुकी हैं सारी प्लेट्स हैं, आपको मैं चेक करवा सकता हूँ, ऐसे सारी ये लग गई हैं। यहाँ पे लैपटॉप्स वगैरह आ जाएंगे, चेयर्स वगैरह आ जाएंगी और नीचे एक अच्छा सा कारपेट जो है वो लगाएंगे। ठीक है, ये सारी फाइनल हो गई हैं। अब बाकी चेयर्स वगैरह रह गई हैं और लैपटॉप तो रख ही लेंगे, वो तो हमारे पास ऑलरेडी है। तो नीचे एक अच्छा सा कारपेट रखेंगे जो कि इसकी लुक और भी ज्यादा जो अच्छा बनाएगा। ठीक हो गया?
अच्छा, हमको सिखा रिया है।
तो दैट्स इट, फाइनल सारा काम आधे से ज्यादा तो कंप्लीट हो गया। तो सुबह को जो है वो इंशाल्लाह यहाँ पे काम हम स्टार्ट कर देंगे भाई। मतलब 1-2 दिन और में भी लग जाए, कोशिश तो यही है कि सुबह तक हो जाए, लेकिन शायद मेरा ख्याल है कि 1-2 दिन में भी और लग जाए। लेकिन यार ये एक फासला इधर से आ गया, ये एक थोड़ी सी जगह बच गई है, शीट्स हमने थोड़ी सी गलत तरीके से कटवा ली है, लेकिन उसका भी हल है। ये जो है ये बिल्कुल, ये देखो इसमें एडजस्ट हो रही है, तो इसको यहाँ पे ग्लू वगैरह लगा के चिपका देंगे, फिट कर देंगे। ठीक हो गया, बाकी शीट्स वगैरह लग चुकी हैं। इंशाल्लाह फिर सुबह से इसका काम वगैरह बाकी स्टार्ट करेंगे। ओके हो गया, सो मिलते हैं आपको बाद में।